What's up, traders? Welcome once again. As you all know, this is Christmas FX, and in this video, we are going to quickly make a review of the pairs we added to our watch list last week and see how the market went. And after which, we'll make the weekly Forex forecast for the coming week. Today is Saturday, weekend, May 2, 2020. Without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into the chart and see what we've got. Okay, this was the pairs we had for the previous week that we had. These were the running trade we had before going to the watch list we had last week. So let's see how the trades went. Okay, let me go to the entry time frame R4. Okay, this was the running trade we had, and we said this pair might come back to hit us out at break even or go to our variable target. And as you can see, it's still running and almost hit us out at break even. This is where we took the entry. Sorry, this is a short position. Let me use the long position. I'm sorry, I mistakenly deleted it. Okay, this was where we took our entry, and this was where our stop loss was. As you can see, the market was running pretty cool to the upside, and suddenly it started coming down. All the same, the market is coming to retest the structure level, because from higher time frame, I checked this market yesterday. It's in an downtrend. It's in a downtrend, but because it need to complete a move from the monthly time frame, that's why we have this huge uptrend here, and we took advantage of this to see if we can get a 1 to 3 risk to reward. So the trade is still running. It hasn't hit us out at break even, and it hasn't hit our take profit. So for the other pair, we also had a trade on GPP card, still running pretty cool. We said this pair might hit us out at break even and go to our variable target, but unfortunately it almost hit us out at break even. It almost, but didn't hit us out. So it's running pretty cool, still in profit. We are swing traders and we hold trades for as long as we can till it hit our take profit or stop loss. We don't close trades manually, neither do we close loss manually. We leave it to hit our take profit or stop loss. And the other pair is USD CHF. I'm trying to open it, and network is bad. Okay, USD CHF hit us out at break even. It was running pretty in profit, and it gave us, it was able to give us a 1 to 3 risk to reward, but we were not here to close this manually. But like I said before, we always leave our trade to run to our take profit or stop loss. So fortunately, the market reversed from there and hit us out at break even. So this is a break even trade. Let me put it this way. It's a break even trade. No money was lost. And okay, that was for 2 weeks ago. I'm going to show you the pairs we added to our watch list last week and how they all went. Okay, this pair we're looking forward for a short opportunity, and as you can see, it didn't provide to us one of our entry rule, so we didn't take this trade. Okay, Euro Great British Pounds. Like I said, we will wait for the market to provide one of our entry rule here before longing this pair. As you can see, it almost gave us our entry rule. Okay, I will need to check it later to see if it's almost, because I can't determine that here now. There are things we look out for in the market. So this pair we didn't long this pair because none of our entry rule was satisfied. So we'll be adding this pair to our watch list again next week. Okay, which pair is this? Okay, euros are okay. It gave us our entry rule and hit our take profit for a 1 to 6.28 risk to reward. Okay, this is Euro NZD. Okay, let me check from the daily what we're expecting the market to do. Okay, like I told you before, each time the market form our overextended the formation, either it come down to retest the structure before the neckline, or it will break it to retest the neckline. As you can see, it retested the structure, and we started looking for a long opportunity here from our entry time frame, and it's network. Okay, let's wait for it to load. Okay, for Euro NZD, it provided one of our entry rule, and we're running risk free on the market already, and this is to give us a 1 to 6.87 risk to reward. I'm already getting, let me check how many we are getting. We're already getting 1.2.5 for risk to reward. So this is for Euro NZD running risk free. AUD NZD. Okay, like we said, we're going to be looking for a short if the market to break this region and provide one of our entry rule from the higher time frame according to the structure that was given. But unfortunately, the market didn't provide one of our entry rule, and we didn't take the trade. So there was no risk here. Like I told you before, we work with the rule-based strategy, and we don't just take trades because we want to. We take trades if the rule says go ahead. So it is a rule-based something. So don't just take any trades we want to. And as for BTC USD, because we were looking at Bitcoin from a structural perspective, we were waiting for a short opportunity if the market will break and retest this trend line. But unfortunately, it didn't break it. It started moving to the upside, and we didn't take the trade. So that is how trading is. Trading is a game of probability. If this happens, we do this. If this doesn't happen, we don't do this. As you can see, what we wanted didn't happen, and the market went straight up. And as you can see, Bitcoin is rising, it's going up. Okay, as for USDJPY, because of the structure we got from the weekly and daily time frame, saying if the market will complete this head and inverted head and shoulder pattern, we'll take the trade. But unfortunately, the inverted head and shoulder pattern didn't hold. So we're looking for a long opportunity here, but the market broke the structure and we tested it, and the market is currently in a downtrend to come and hit this region as its take profit. So we're going to be adding this pair also to our watch list next week and look for a short opportunity there. And finally, the pair we added to our watch list last week is Euro CAD. As you can see, we're expecting the market to give us one of our entry rule. This is why we use a rule-based strategy. The market, what we wanted was for a short, that the market gave us a short opportunity, but we didn't enter. Why? Because none of our entry rule was provided. If it was to be a strategy that we just analyze based on structure, and because we are seeing a short, we'll just short, would have been in loss by now. Why? Because from here the market already telling you should sell, but we didn't sell because none of our rule was satisfied. As you can see, the market went to the upside, and those who shorted this pair must have been out break even or out with loss. So this is the reason we use the rule-based strategy, and we didn't come out with any loss. This is all we have for last week's weekly forex forecast. To this week, this coming week weekly forex forecast will be published today, Saturday, 2nd of May as well. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you'll be notified anytime we publish a new post here. We'll have about 3 running trades here that are risk free. We are going to move them down to this area so we can know the pairs we'll be looking out for the coming week and know the ones that are running. So that is how we trade from swing trading perspective. We don't look at the chart always. We just place our pen the order, go up the chart and check at the close of every 4-hour candle. That's what we do. Lest I forget, I want to quickly let you know that our website will be up by Monday, where you can go to learn Forex. And if you want to get our strategy, contact details on the website. You can always contact us to get our rule-based strategy, so you can be added to the students class manually. So this is all for now. Don't forget, subscribe. Thank you.